Hey, what's up? Welcome to the wine program. It's been like 3 years, maybe, I think, since Jim Clendenin passed away, maybe longer. I don't even know. I've been busy doing a whole bunch of other stuff, and I am just like so sorry. I mean, I know nobody cares. It's not like people have been hounding me like, hey, when are you going to make another wine program? You know, when are you going to do it? Well, frankly, I didn't honestly think I would ever do it, but I've been just tasting so much cool wine lately. I've been tasting so much cool wine lately, and I have a wine that I just wanted to, I guess, start sharing it again, because the wine market's slowing down, and kids are into like THC drinks and fucking bullshit, and a lot of them are going sober because they're fucking mental. So, I don't know, I just want to share what little cool stuff I have come my way. So I had a dinner here at the restaurant the other night. We had a dinner here at the restaurant the other night. Our chef and Chef Joe Flamm. And I don't know, can I say where I work? I almost want to keep it anonymous because I don't want anybody coming here like saying, why did you know, why I saw that you liked the Alex Jones video, you know, I just don't want to get into that, but I guess I'll just let you know I work at the Gregory now, which is a fucking killer place in South Barrington over here on 59 in Higgins, and I get to buy the wine. These guys actually trust me with their money and making a nice list over here, and I'm so grateful. And like I said, I'm tasting a lot of cool stuff. So we had a dinner here the other night. Let's just get right into it. Enough preamble, whatever bullshit. It's just Prosecco, guys. That's all. It's just Prosecco. But whereas most Prosecco is kind of like farmed using, you know, mass-grown grapes, these guys actually have beautiful trellised vineyards in Valdobbadiende. Hey. And I want to say that the Bisol operation has been going since 1542. Holy cow, I think they're finally starting to get the hang of it, these guys. But really, you know, kind of fresh, nice acid, really good Prosecco, if there is such a thing. I don't know. These guys say, like, we're trying to make Prosecco that does not want to be champagne. You know what I mean? Kind of saline-y. They say like a salty snap it has. Melon fruit, a touch of creaminess actually, and it's really delicious. And something I wanted to let you know. It's very Mediterranean. I mean, Valdobbadiende is looking over the Adriatic Sea at the top. If you're looking at the map, it's the far northeast top corner of the boot. So right where it kind of curves around, I think you've got, like, is it Croatia over here? It's like right there at the top of the Mediterranean, or, well, Croatian Sea, I think, or Adriatic Sea. Anyway, you can consider it like, it's got a lot of maritime influence, and it's actually quite delicious. So that was our opener. We did that with the tray passed appetizers. And then this was with bay scallops, and this was with bay scallops and like a celery root mousse. And I didn't get to taste any of the food because I had like 50 people that I was pouring wine for, but this was a big hit. You know, I had people coming up to me and they're like, I don't even like white wine, but that was delicious. And I just wanted to be like, sir, don't ever say like, I don't even like white wine, because that's completely like that's like saying like, I don't like vegetables. It's just ridiculous. White wine is a major food group and they're great, and it's some of the best wine in the world. And, you know, just keep, you know, pipe down about that stuff if you don't like white wine. Just drink it, you know, pretend you know, fake it. And anyway, story with this is family winery. The guy's name was Elvio Cogno. I don't know. Cogno sounds like a curse word in Spanish, but this is Cogno. And apparently Elvio was kind of a pioneer of the Rivera region in Lange, which is where you'll find Barolo. And I think he grows Nebbiolo and Barbera. And he's got some supposedly like pre-phylloxera Barbera up there. His little subzone is called Rivera, R-A-V-E-R-A, Rivera. And he was a pioneer of this region, and he kind of put it on the map. But the story with this white wine is that he was at a friend's house, and you know, if you ever go to Europe and you look at some of these old wine cellars, they got these like dusty old bottles sitting around forever, and somebody pulled out like a 40-year-old bottle of Nascetta. And he was like, wow, this is delicious. It's aging really well. What is it? And the guy was like, this is a Nascetta. It is a ancient varietal. You know, it's like this ancient grape that they had growing as native to Lange. And there's, at that point, there was none of it left. There was like a few plantings here and there, a couple of spare vines growing on people's property. And he's kind of single-handedly credited with saving this otherwise what would probably be nearly extinct or extinct varietal. Again, Elvio Cogno de Nascetta. Actually, I heard it's actually not Nascetta, it's Nascetta. And let me tell you, this wine was Nascetta. It actually was a big hit. People were losing their fucking minds over this shit. Because not only is it fucking delicious, I mean, really, really delicious. Beautiful fruit. And wonderful texture, kind of like this thick richness to it, but it had this like intense core throughout, this like hard line of like minerality. I don't know what they got up there. I want to say limestone and what was it? The soil composition. Whatever their soil composition was, it's in this glass. It was limestone and something else. But again, I mean, this wine was such a hit. I heard it was a great pairing. Again, I didn't get to taste any of the food. Unfortunately, I didn't get the menu till kind of late in the game. That's really beautiful, mouth-watering, wonderful acidity, fruit, and this again intense minerality. And I guess that's why it's able to age so long. Why he found this bottle, he was like, "What the hell is this?" Hold on, folks. This was with the. I think it was a gnocchetti with mushroom ragu and shaved truffle. It was a truffle dinner, so everything had either white or black truffle on it. So I wanted to do something red but light because people, you know, love red wine. We probably could have done, if I didn't want to do all Italian wine, I could have done maybe like a white Burgundy or something from Jura if I was going to go that route. But instead I wanted to do kind of a lighter, a little bit more feminine red. And you think feminine red from Sicily? No way. And I'm gonna say yes way. This is very Burgundian, super beautiful. This is by the producer is Benanti, B-E-N-A-N-T-I. And they were kind of farming in Sicily in the Mount Etna region before it became hip. I mean, I started to hear about Sicily when I was working in LA. You know, you heard about like Ariana Occhipinti and that other dude, Frank Cornelison, you know, kind of like these natural winemakers who are really kind of like gunning to put Sicily, you know, not on the map, but kind of reintroduce it, give it its like natural wine renaissance. But the Benanti family has been farming on the slopes of Mount Etna. I want to say Europe's largest active volcano in Sicily, the motherland. The grapes here are Nerello Mescalese, and I think it's called Nerello or Netto Cappuccio. But dude, this fucking wine was also very sick. And I mean, you want to talk about volcanic. If you look at it, it's light. It's light. It's feminine. It's just tart, raspberry, cherry, beautiful fruit, freshness. And like, wow, it taste like it's growing in black lava. And apparently it is, because you could really taste it. Etna Rosso, Benanti, 2022. Great. And I just kept saying, like, does anybody taste that? You guys taste you tasting the volcano here? You know, am I the only one? Am I everybody getting it? And one guy actually looked at me and he said, yes, I'm erupting. You know, I was like, all right, cool, good. You know, somebody gets it, you know. Castello de Volpaia. Volpaia. Castello de Volpaia, I think, is how we pronounce this. They make their wine in, like, if I'm not mistaken, it's an 11th century old walled city that they turned into their winemaking facility. It's a tourist destination. It's really freaky beautiful if you can find the photos online. And I think this was actually the biggest hit. It's a Reserva 2021 Chianti Classico. 2 years in oak, I think, by law to be a Reserva. I think they're using Slovenian and some French. I don't think they're using small barrels. I think they're using large barrels. Supposedly they're organic, and the family that owns this property has been putting a ton of money into, like, revitalizing it and making it beautiful. We decanted this for 4 hours. I think dinner was at 6. By the time we got to it, it was about 7. I think I decanted them at 5. Or no, 4. So 3 hours. I'm sorry. So this was open for 3 hours before it dropped. And the problem with that was that the room was so warm because we had the fireplace on and there were so many people in there. But so maybe the wine was a little bit warm, but killer. They're growing, I think, at 2,000 feet elevation in the Rada commune. There was, again, a beautiful freshness to it. Again, I think they have limestone soil up there. And you could have that, like, nice elevated Chianti, but then also, like, gosh, tart black cherry, leather, forest floor. And I just remember, like, a lot of black licorice. This wine was fucking smoking, and people were blown away. You know, a lot of people never really get to taste great Chianti when it's decanted right and it's served with the right food. Savory and wonderful, like umami. I hate that term, but kind of umami, you know. And kind of salty, delicious, fucking great. Great Chianti. De Volpaia, I guess is how you pronounce that. There was an Italian guy there, the truffle guy, and he said Volpaia. I said, okay, Volpaia. And then this guy, this was the final, and this was with Stone Axe, Australian Wagyu, and fire roasted lobster tail, like 2 ounces. It was like a surf and turf course with black truffle. And this is Sagrantino. Now there's this guy, Arnaldo Capria, and he made his money in textiles. I guess he was somewhat in the fashion industry or whatever. Made his money in textiles and decided he wanted to go back to Montefalco region of Umbria. Umbria is, they consider it the green heart of Italy. It's always kind of overshadowed by Tuscany. It's like Tuscany's boring neighbor, but it's beautiful. And they never were really known for their wine. Their main grape right there is called Sagrantino. And this guy thought Sagrantino is noble. Sagrantino deserves to be DOC or DOCG. It deserves to be recognized. So he turned the winery over to his family. I guess he got old, things, you know, happen. So his son now have worked really hard to revitalize it. Sagrantino, what grows together goes together. And what you have in Umbria are black truffles and wild boar, game dishes. And this was no this was no disappointment. And this is kind of fruity, not in like a stupid way, not in like an American red blend way, but I mean like deep, dark fruit and sage and spices and like wild garrigue. Like it was just so intense, like smoked meats and bloody. And it was good. Again, big hit. I mean, big hit. I have to say, people were blown away. Like out, I don't want to say out here in the suburbs because there's sophisticated people out here, but really anywhere, people don't really get to drink a lot of Sagrantino. Like, when do you ever come across that, you know? Dude, give me a big fire roasted steak. The fucking tannins across the front of the teeth. Great grip. I mean, this is great wine. So, wonderful lineup. These are all Wilson Daniels wines. Just kind of made it a little bit easier. They have an excellent portfolio. They have like iconic producers from all of these regions. So from Lange, the Elvio Cogno, the Nascetta. From Mount Etna region, that's the Benanti Etna Rosso. From Chianti, from the Rada commune, that's the Castello di Volpaia. And then from Umbria, that is the Arnaldo, Capria, Montefalco, Sagrantino. And then to start it off, like I said, we did this Bisol 1542. They call it the Jeio. I believe this is like their kind of like second label, but supposedly their higher end stuff is a little bit more refined and a little bit more special, but who knows? I thought for $16 wholesale, that was lovely. People really enjoyed it. And we had a great dinner here. So just wanted to share those wines with you. We'll do more as I come across more cool stuff. This is gonna be a long video. I don't know what I'm gonna do with this. This is like 15 minutes long. Look for it on YouTube, I suppose. All right, peace guys, talk soon, bye.